Hi, this is Russ, the author of The Estate, and at this point we're going to be going to Chapter 4. The recap of Chapter 3 was basically Anna having some trepidations about getting a new house and being handicapped, and she is starting to develop a relationship with her boss, who could potentially become her boyfriend. They're having some quiet moments together, and they're getting ready. She's getting ready to transition into the house. So get comfy, grab your favorite beverage, and enjoy the next chapter.
Chapter 4, Transition. 864 Clark Street stood tall on top of the hill. It felt more welcoming than intimidating. The two-story brick home had a colonial charm, with two posts framing the large glass-paned double door. A circular driveway curved towards a building with 4 garage doors to the left. The landscaping was immaculate, with manicured hedges and vibrant flower gardens. The backyard was stunning, boasting a golf course-quality lawn surrounded by various flower beds and rose gardens. Natural wooded areas bordered the property, and in the center of the yard stood a grand weeping willow tree, its sweeping limbs flowing like a young girl's hair in the wind. This place is timeless, Anna thought. Closing day had come and gone, marking the next step in Anna's life. It was a significant change, and she knew it. What she didn't know was how bumpy the road ahead might be. After helping her for over a year, her parents worried about Anna being alone in such a big house. They fretted about what might happen if she faced a situation she couldn't manage. The stairs, the steep driveway, the distance from the neighbors. So many things could go wrong. And Anna was so independent. Would she even reach out if she needed help? Anna felt the same concerns, but would never admit them to her parents. She called a family meeting which had the air of a presidential press conference. She hoped her parents hadn't noticed she had been crying. She was torn between the comfort of their care and her self-doubt about managing daily life with her physical limitations. She hated the thought of disappointing her parents, whom she loved deeply. Thank you, she began. I love you both, and I couldn't have gotten here without you. You're only a 20-minute drive away, and I'm a 20-minute Uber ride from you. I understand your fears. It's natural, especially in my situation. But it's not like you're leaving a small child alone in the mall. I'll always be a phone call away. Besides my cell phone, I'll have landlines throughout the house. The security system is already in place, and I have friends, including Roger. You love Roger. Her dad, John, spoke first. We will miss you terribly, but your happiness is our happiness. We'll be there in a heartbeat if you need us. Anna noticed he said when you need us instead of if. She understood she would always be their baby. I'll call you if I need you, Dad. It's like deja vu. I'm off to college again. Her mom added with a laugh, Hooray, we'll be empty nesters again. They all laughed, but later her mom had a long cry. Roger arrived with a small moving truck, announcing loudly, Your chariot awaits. Or should I say, your chariot awaits. Other than her clothes, there were only chairs. Anna smiled. Okay, Spartacus, I'm ready. The move-in was uneventful until Roger surprised her with a picnic basket lunch. He chose a beautiful spot near the weeping willow tree. Lifting Anna out of the chair and placing her on the large checkered tablecloth. He had brought turkey sandwiches, apple slices, smoked cheese, and a chilled Riesling. Dessert was dark chocolate, Anna's favorite. Roger was so thoughtful and romantic, Anna thought. It was a perfect day. The sky was clear, songbirds serenaded them, and a gentle breeze caressed the willow's tendrils. It felt like a dream, Anna hadn't really felt this good in a long time. Roger was happy too, wanting nothing more than to please her after her terrible ordeal. Anna looked at Roger, noticing his buff arms from lifting her so often. Great, she thought playfully. She was helping him work out. After lunch, they toured the property, giving Roger quite a workout. The estate was large and not entirely wheelchair-friendly, with paved paths a future project in Anna's mind. The grassy lawn behind the glass-enclosed lap pool caught their attention, as did the blueberry bushes, raspberries, and blackberry vines along the edges. How cool, she thought. The rest of the property was mostly wooded, with white pines and scrub oaks. The pines, in such straight lines, must have been planted long ago. On the other side of the pines was a beautiful pond with a small dock and a rowboat. Roger was excited, and Anna thought it looked like a scene from the Notebook. On their walk back, they noticed a small carriage house that once held horses. It still smelled of them. A little further on, they found a gravestone in the brush. Roger moved some briars to reveal the inscription, King, 1922 to 1935. It could have been for a horse. Anna looked at Roger. Great, I brought a house with graves in it. I wonder if there are any more surprises. I'll check out the lay of the land in detail later, Roger replied. Let's get back to the castle before it gets dark. Oh! I'll race you across the moat, Roger, Anna added with a smile. The estate's interior was larger than Anna had imagined, perhaps because she was seeing it from a seated position. It felt overwhelming, with thoughts of how to reach, lift, or move things daunting her. She sighed. I'm going to need help, Roger. The foyer was large enough to echo their voices. The double staircase to the second level reminded her of Gone with the Wind. Marble floors and dark oak-paneled walls adorned with paintings of people, places, and dogs added to the grandeur. Conveniently, there was a lift, likely added in recent years. Anna felt like an intruder in someone else's house. The day had been emotionally taxing, so she decided to set up her bedroom and relax. Roger emptied the rental truck and drove off to return it. She called him to thank him for his help and the wonderful picnic, inviting him to return on the weekend. Will you be okay on your own? Roger asked. Of course, Roger. Don't worry, she replied. Anna hadn't had much time alone in the last year and looked forward to a few days by herself. She took the lift to the second floor and chose the sunniest bedroom as her master suite. It was beautiful, furnished with dark mahogany pieces, including an ornately carved armoire, a makeup table, a settee, and wallpaper adorned with muted flower designs. A beautiful Chippendale mirror hung on the wall, reflecting Anna's image back to her. A lady in a wheelchair, she sighed. Despite its 1910 origins, the room looked brand new, thanks to the Sumners' meticulous upkeep. Opening the French door, she stepped onto the veranda and admired the view from the yard. The tree line, a glimpse of the pond. She yawned, feeling the day's exhaustion catching up with her. The king bed looked inviting but enormous. She managed to pull herself up on it and found it super comfortable. She decided to climb down and unpack. But once she closed her eyes, she fell asleep instantly. When Anna woke, it was early the next day. Sunlight flooded the room, warming her face. She had slept for a long time, the stress catching up with her. Checking her phone, she saw 4 missed calls and 3 texts from her parents. Roger and someone promoting historical information about the town. She deleted the spam caller and sent a group text. I'm okay. I was asleep. I'm busy unpacking. All is well. Thank you to Team Anna. Heart emoji. LOL. The house sounds were unfamiliar. Floors creaked as she rolled around. The wind rattled the windows and air moved through the vents. The place felt alive. She couldn't believe it was hers. There was so much to see and do. Where do I even start, she wondered. She decided to take it slow and enjoy the experience. She had all summer. Soon after reaching the first floor, her ring doorbell rang. It was her first food delivery. Thrilled and starving, she stocked her pantry and fridge, made a hot cup of coffee, and scrambled some eggs. Cooking wasn't easy, but she managed. Sitting at the kitchen table by a large bay window, she watched the garden teeming with life. Butterflies, hummingbirds, dragonflies, bumblebees flitted among the black-eyed Susans, purple cornflowers, and dahlias. The rose garden was perfectly beautiful, with vibrant colors. Movement across the way caught her eye. A deer, perfectly camouflaged in the brush, looked towards the lawn. Its soft eyes and flickering ears captivated her. Amazing, she thought. Suddenly, the deer jumped back into the woods, spooked. Anna glimpsed someone in the yard. She tensed up, freaked out. No groundskeepers were scheduled today. Moving closer to the window, she saw no one. The first instinct was to call the police. She felt the hairs on her arms tingle. Now she understood her parents' concerns about her living alone. She fumbled for her phone, buried deep in the wheelchair's side pocket. Finally gaining control, she started to call, but paused at a loud knock on the front door. Her door camera showed a young woman in a white sundress. She didn't look menacing, so Anna decided to answer the door.